About today, the draw has been whittled down from 64 teams. We're now down to the final 16 across the women's and men's. And we'll be kicking off with Romania, who face the defending champions, Team China. Well, the defending champions in both the men's and the women's. The men's have looked vulnerable, but the women have looked very strong indeed. They're up next at 12:30 local time against Sweden, before the evening session focuses on the men with Germany against Hong Kong, China, and then France's women against Italy in an all-Europe clash to determine who will play in the last 8. So, this is how the two teams line up. Romania, led by Edward Ionescu, they certainly don't have the strength in depth that China do. If this goes to 5, which it could well do, it's a best of 5, he's going to be very busy indeed. Liang Chun-kun, China's world number 21, kicks off the first.
Wembley, where history meets the future. We don't just celebrate a sport, we celebrate movement, we celebrate culture, we celebrate connection. Because every rally tells a story, every point writes history, every player carries a nation and a dream. London, you lit the spark, the world carried the flame. And now, 100 years later, we return. Not to look back, but to rise forward. Faster, stronger, together. This is more than a championship. This is a century in motion. Let the games begin.
Wembley, we are ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over Arena Wembley, this is the Ittf World Team Table Tennis Championships 2026. Let's welcome the teams. On table 4, it's Hong Kong, China. And their opponents, Chinese Taipei. On table 3, it's Denmark. And their opponents are Chinese Taipei. On table 2, we have Luxembourg. And their opponents, Japan. On table 1 today, it's Romania. And they're facing Team China.
Well, what a welcome for the defending champions, led in by world number 1, Wang Chuqin. They brought him back after China suffered their first defeat in the group stage against the Korea Republic. Kept him in then for the match against Sweden. Well, China may be the defending champions, but Colin Wilson, they have shown some vulnerabilities, finishing 3rd in their group, and that must have been a very bruising defeat, going down 3-2 against Sweden. They made amends for that against Austria, won that one in straight games, and there's a look at how Team Romania sealed their place in this last 16. Things have got more difficult for them as this draw has gone on, but they did finish top of their group, but had a very, very hard-fought win over Poland in 5 last time out. They are led by Edward Ionescu, world number 41. He'll be up first, hoping to make a strong start against China's world number 28, Liang Jin-kun. A look then at the defending champions and their route through. They got off to a good start in the group with a straight match win over the host nation. It was a bruising loss to the Korea Republic, going down 3-1. Wang Chuqin didn't feature in that one. He was then brought back to steady the Team China ship. So that's how they line up. Lin Shidong, world number 6, a former world number 1, has fallen some way down the rankings by Team China standards. So Colin Wilson, welcome along to you, former England international, 2-time Commonwealth silver medalist and former coach as well to England's women's, men's and juniors. This is going to be a tough match, isn't it, for Liang Jin-kun, because he's been as high as world number 2, but he hasn't shown that he is as consistent, as confident and as rock solid as he once was.
No, that's right. He's lost a couple of matches. He was beaten by Oh Jun-sung. He was beaten also by Charles Morgard. No shame there, of course. And he was taken very, very close by England's own Connor Green. 8 all in the fifth with him. So Liang has been wobbling a little bit, but good performance against Austria. This is a recovery match, I think, for China today against Romania.
Indeed. Well, Edward Ionescu wins the Tata coin toss, and this is the leaning racket reveal. Players can see what they are dealing with and what kind of equipment their opponent is playing with. So we looked at the start lists there, Colin. Team China have got unbelievable strength in depth, but they've only got 2 players now inside the top 10, which would previously have been unheard of, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we've got to a point now where the Europeans and also Ugo from Brazil, outside of Europe and Asia, are chasing the Chinese and having some success. So China, unprecedented to see them losing 2 in the team events. Yeah, this one, so led by Edward Ionescu here, and he's actually been beaten. In the last round, he lost 2 against Poland, but shows some strength in depth for the Romanian team and some hope there, because the rest of the team took them through to get the 3-2 win against Poland. And Liang here, right-handers, backhand attack. And he's a little bit older now, but still favoured to be in the squad over Zhu Qihao.
Indeed. Well, this is going to be quite tight between a world number 21 and 41, and it was something of a redemption for Liang Jin-kun against Australia, and a show of confidence in that he was the first player up for Team China in that one. Because do you sense, Colin, that his confidence has taken a bit of a knock lately?
Well, that's right, and his ranking shows it. He's world ranked now 21, but he came on against Australia. He was put down as the first player to go on the table, and he beat Nicholas Lum 9-5 and 6. So Liang, I think, he was well supported by the team. They're showing their confidence in him. He's now got to prove that he can beat some of the best European players. But Romania no walkovers, because they actually got to the final of the European team event in 2025, losing only to France in the final. So Romania strong at the top here with Edward, also quite strong in depth as well. So it'll be another test for China.
Indeed.
And that's a lovely, confident start. You can see Liang immediately looking very relaxed.
How do the Romanian team manage their squad rotation, given that they don't have the strength and depth that China do, and they had that 3-2 tie last time out? How much would that have taken out of them? Because they did finish top of their group, but then they did have that tough test against Poland, where they beat them 3-2. Will there be tired legs in amongst the Romanian side?
Well, I think they trained very much for this. I don't think yet. I think that it's early enough in the championships, last 16. If this was happening maybe semi-finals, then you might have some tired Romanian legs, and also the mental stimulation of trying to keep up with so many world-class teams does take it out of you over a number of days. But at the moment, I think Romania are still fresh.
2, 3.
Well, it's been a blistering start.
Edge ball, apology from Liang.
But Ionescu maintains that lead, and he started very confidently.
It's a nice start, actually. I'm seeing Liang look very bright, but we are seeing Edward being very consistent at the beginning. So 4-2 in service. The Romanians will also be happy with that start. So I think both players looking and feeling confident.
5-2.
Important for Jin Kun that he stays relaxed, stays positive, doesn't get involved with bad memories.
5-2.
Nice show of speed from Ionescu.
Yeah. See how quickly he's onto that one, getting his backhand in from the forehand side.
Almost seemed to catch him off balance there, Colin.
Well, yeah, just a little bit tentative. Jin Kun not getting into position as he runs around. So, Romanian hope. Just off the net. Yeah, a little reaction there from Ionescu. Less about the net, more about the fact he should have given that last one a little bit more.
Couple of points then in succession for Liang Jin Kun, closing the gap. He'll be a lot more comfortable at 4-7 down than he was at 2-7 down, that's for sure.
Yeah, critical period now for Liang Jin Kun. Can he sustain the comeback? Not there. Very, very important for Edward that he could stand up to him in the long rally. Romanians delighted. And that stops the recovery points that Liang Jin Kun was starting to build. 4-8, China serving.
It's a good serve from Liang Jin Kun and keeping himself in contention. Interestingly, Colin, Edward Ionescu actually lost his 2 matches against Poland.
Yeah, absolutely. So that tells us we've got some good players to come.
9-5.
Point 1 on receive for the Romanian, edging towards wrapping up this opener. What a start.
Well, I began by saying that the first couple of points, Liang Jin Kun looked very bright and happy. That didn't last so long. And the consistency there. Edward happy to play a little bit away from the table.
Well, it's early days in this tie overall, but we have to remember these are now knockout ties.
Yeah, when China lost, it was in groups. It was only for seeding, not to go out of the competition. Well. What a great backhand reloop down the line there. Edward Ionescu takes the first. Here we have Andre Philimon. He'll be instilling confidence wherever he can. Interesting that the player's sitting down. Andre, of course, has beaten a Chinese player back in 2008. He won in the World Championships.
So this makes things interesting. Colin in this best of 5. Can Ionescu maintain this momentum and confidence across the next few games? We look at some Chinese legends in the house watching on. Ma Long in attendance once again.
Ma Long? Ma Long, most decorated player of all time.
I wonder if he watches this thinking, oh, I wish I could be out there, or whether he's happy just to sit back and enjoy the action.
I wonder. Some players itch for it forever, and other players are just happy that they've done their thing and they move on to pastures new. But Ma Long will receive adulation for life for his incredible achievements over a couple of decades. Liang goes for the fast serve. Got the return he wanted, just off with the next ball.
But again, Colin, it's a very quick start for Ionescu, and Liang has left himself work to do once again. He didn't have enough to catch up in game number 1. How can he avoid that in game 2?
Well, I think it's just the errors. Just needs to cut down the errors a bit, be satisfied to play some of the longer rallies. Nice heavy backspin there. Lin Chidong in support. Again, both players using the forehand heavy backspin, pushing it long, inviting the topspin. There it is. Draws the error.
Left, 4-1.
Edwards doing a few let serves, keeping the ball very, very low.
2-4.
Fast serve, Liang saw it coming.
This is actually the first time that this pair have ever met in competition.
Wow.
Oh, really powerful work with the forehand. And he just can't sustain it.
Yeah, coach Andre Philemon delighted. He knows how to beat a Chinese player. He's done it himself. That will help the Romanians. It's always good to know that something is possible. Then you can go for it. Look at that backhand reloop. Is that coming back? It is. Oh, the recovery shots from Liang. Oh, no! Liang belted it from a mile away from the table. And Ionescu, this follow-up shot, he had to react quickly to this next one.
Stunning work. How do you keep yourself calm when you see that ball coming towards you from a great height?
You don't, you just manage it. Great inspiration. So fearless play from Edward. Well, this is making for an exciting match. Until now, as you say, Rebecca, China could afford to lose but stay in the competition. Now, they're fighting for their lives.
Oh, he's just relentless, Ionescu, and he's really enjoying himself out there now.
So much for Liang trying to get in the long rallies. Ionescu's up to it.
It's a stunning change of direction there, and the Romanian bench enjoying the spectacle.
Who would have predicted this? 1-love 7-3.
Well, you might have thought after China finished third in their group with those 2 defeats against the Republic of Korea and then Sweden, you'd have thought that after that something might have switched, because we did see that against Australia, back to their dominant best. But again, showing the vulnerabilities are there.
Yeah, question is, will Edward Ionescu's confidence stay up? Will he start to worry about what shots are possible, what shots are not possible? All you need is that little bit of hesitation, a little bit of uncertainty, and Liang will be back and all over him if possible. test of self-belief and judgment.
But is it true to say you get yourself in a leading position and then almost panic, thinking, my goodness,
What am I doing here?
yeah, how do I continue?
Yeah. Yeah, if you're winning against a player that you're not expected to, you can actually get disoriented. You just say, what's actually happening here? And as soon as you get that interruption, that disruption to your flow state, it can sometimes take a little while to come out of that. Meantime, the other player catches you. Liang will catch him if he wins 2 on his own serves. But he's not going to.
This has been a phenomenal match so far for Edward Ionescu in this best of 5.
That. 6, 9.
This is just a battle of mental states, more so than technique even.
Good work there from Liang. That was an important point to win.
I think that's right from Liang. Got to stay happy to play the longer rallies. He can't always get through early, but to do so, I think he needs to stay closer than Ionescu is.
That's a smart serve. Earns himself 3 game points. This to go 2-0 up in a best of 5.
Yeah, there's been a few little return of serve errors from Jin Kun. Oh, and he's done it! I can't believe that. That's fantastic from the Romanians.
Great rally to round out the game as well. There we go. Edward Ionescu puts Romania a game away from winning the first match in this best of 5. Well, we've had some pretty entertaining rallies in these just 2 games so far, Colin. 12 shots in total in that one. And look how relaxed Ionescu looks. Will he be feeling relaxed, though, or will he be like a duck that's gliding calmly in the water with the feet frantically paddling beneath the surface? This is a game away now.
Yeah, he certainly looks relaxed. I like the way he's sitting in between games. Just a bit of energy recovery. Pensive-looking Chinese team. Liu Shiwen on the right of Ma Long. Total superstar.
Yang Jin Kun, a little bit faster on the time call, okay?
Bit of discussion here with the umpire, Mark Beckman from Denmark. Just establishing proceedings. And I'm really feeling for what Liang Jin-kun's heart feels like to him now.
I mean, he hasn't got himself into a winning position in either of the last 2 games.
Yeah, he's trailed the whole time. He's lost a couple of matches in this competition before. Against Australia, it's a good recovery match, lots of support from the players, but again, just a little bit of fragility again today. And the question long-term has to be, for the 29-year-old, how long will he be selected if he doesn't win this match?
Well, it is a ruthless machine, and he's got a lot of competition coming up behind him. We see on the bench there Zhou Qihao. He's willing and ready to step into those shoes.
Yeah, and Zhang Peng, world number 15 now. So technically, Zhang Peng ranked higher now than Liang. They could choose him too.
Why haven't they chosen him?
I don't know. I love him. I think he's fantastic. He's so athletic. He's so fast. Yeah, not even here when we vote. What to have a player as good as Wen that's not even here at the championship. in the squad. So it's not as if China don't have strength in depth still, but there are so many top Europeans that are pushing the next level Chinese players. But do China think now that Liang is beginning to age at age 29?
This is much, much more positive. This is a must-win, of course. And he does have the experience to carry him over the line in moments like this.
Oh, caught him with the fast serve. Liang is really trying to stay calm and positive. This is not what Liang Jingkun wanted for the last years of his table tennis career.
What is it like, Colin, for these players who arrive as defending champions? Do they feel they've got a target on their back, or does that give you confidence coming into a tournament, thinking that you've been the best?
Usually, I think it gives confidence because you've got a lot of experience of getting out of situations like this.
Time out.
When I was young in England, I was chasing Desmond Douglas, world #7. He beat a number of Chinese players. He was absolutely fantastic, great mentor to me, a total hero. And Desmond Douglas said, getting there is hard enough, staying there is 10 times harder, and people don't realize.
还是抓住的，你不能发球里放一个你发才能软，对不对？或者勾他正常软动你，如果人打你这一下，你要看人，像我不看人，而且你给他中间正手，人家正手他俩绝对不关系正手，没有关系，他就是因为你给他这种他习惯性的带手，让他接着你反正这个啊，不要想着靠质量，要靠旋转，要靠旋转，质量人正好接住你这边手，这个包括第一掌上手掉，现在这个中间这可以。 哪怕让正手打拉死没事，让正手拉死。啊，包括这种人一摆你这下，我不用戳中间，不行我戳直线这种反应，实在不行我回到他反正给你，咱防着点，就把这个摆，好吧？你看你慢慢来，慢慢来，
慢慢咬，慢慢咬，轻松。
Timeout then for Liang Jingkun in game #3 in what's a must-win if he's to keep China in this opening match. It's been a better start than the previous two, Colin, but
Camera.
has he got what it takes now, do you think?
I think he has. Yeah, it won't have gone away. It's just a case of whether he can access it in the moment. And the moment is now. Flips off.
4.
Interesting. Chinese coach, Wang Hao, total superstar. Unbeaten in World Team Championships in 30 matches.
Wow.
But wasn't he so gentle with Liang Jingkun? Not shouting at him, not impressing upon him, just trying to draw his known skills out.
And I think we've seen that in his team selection as well, given that he's backed Liang Jingkun, he's put him up first.
Yeah.
And he's clearly trying to build him up.
And that will have been partly a coach decision, partly a collective decision in China to explicitly support Liang. But pressure now for China. The fizzing, effervescent Edward Ionescu lost 2 against Poland. Does he come back and win 1 against China?
What a story that would be.
Oh, what a great shot. That was a match-winning mentality. Comes up into the body, gets around. That's pretty amazing. Romania can go 1 up. China under pressure. Yeah, great serve from Liang Jingkun. Got the ball up, swept it bravely wide of the forehand. Superb. Short play.
Oh, it's a clever tactic from Liang Jingkun.
Kept it tight. Ionescu overhit.
Time out.
Timeout for Romania then. 2 points away from wrapping up this opening match. Liang Jin-kun with a bit of a comeback following his timeout.
Will he sit down? It's only a 1 minute stop, but he will. And if you're ever going to have all those gremlins start talking to you about what's possible, what's not possible, all the imposter syndrome can descend.
I mean, he's 2 points away. He's so close.
Yeah. I think he's just almost asking everybody for quiet. Meditating, really. You can see in the eyes there, he's just manufacturing a mental state proportionate to the situation that he's in.
It's fascinating to see that up close. He makes his way back to the table. Liang Jin-kun didn't leave the court. He stayed standing, talking to his teammates and Wang Hao. Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see the combination of calmness, speed, and touch. Wang Hao pensive. And he makes it, follows up the serve. 4 match points.
So that visualization paying off. Must win another, though. How about that?
Romania leads.
The calmness of Ionescu, the meditation that we saw before the final 2 points, the deep breaths, the closed eyes. He was the epitome of calm as he rounded that one out. A well-timed timeout. And Colin Wilson, from a coaching perspective, from a player-coach relationship, what did you make of that timeout at the end there?
Well, what I'm loving, he took the first match point, and as he came off as calm as he'd been the whole time. He won't have woken up yet from the mental state that he wanted. Just a little look of stunned delight, and then he strolls off the table, super calm. Only when he got to his corner did you see the fist pump. So it's starting to dawn on Edward Ionescu.
Yeah. Still in that Zen state.
Indeed. And that's a tough tournament for Liang. He's come out, he's given it his best, he's been so brave. Many players would have crumbled altogether, but he held himself together as well as he could. Disappointment, obviously, for China. And look at that.
Well, amazing. A straight games win for Edward Ionescu, who channeled all of his mental strength into those final 2 points. Liang Jin-kun's troubles continue, and the defending champions have lost their opening match in this best-of-5. Could Romania do the unthinkable? So next up, Julian Chirita will look to continue Edward Ionescu's winning form, but he's got a tough task. He's up against China's world #1, the undisputed superstar, Wang Chuqin. That one's coming up in a moment's time.
Que me muestre tu cadera, sácale chispa y dale candela. Para ver, vamos a ver si da pela. La, mami, todo eso se ve. Da la vuelta, ponte al revés. Pon la mano, vaya en la pared y gózate esta culera. Ey, Miguelito, dale. Guaya, mami, tú eres mi presa. A mí me gusta hacerlo sin delicadeza. Mami, yo le doy bien duro con destreza. Yo sé que te gusta así, así. Sé que te vuelvo loca, que la cara se te nota. Cuando lo mío azota, te dejo todo nota. Pregunta tuya, where me from. Ey, Puerto Rico, somos de corazón. Siendo y prende el Philip Blanc. Ey, Puerto Rico, somos de corazón. Siéndolo, préndelo y pásame el plan. Bigity blanc, bigity blanc, bigity blanc, blanc. Pam, 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 pam. Ey, Miguelito, dale manteca.
Well, there has been drama already here in Wembley. Team Romania have taken the early advantage against the defending champions with a place in the quarter-finals at stake. Iulian Chirita up next, the world number 92. A tough task ahead of him against Lionheart, China's world number 1. He'll be looking to level up proceedings here, but Chirita, well, Colin Wilson, how must he be feeling after seeing his teammate Edward Ionescu defeat Liang Jinkun in straight games? Will he be feeling pressure now? He must continue that form, or will he be feeling confident, like anything is possible?
I think those are the words. I think there'll be optimism now. You know it's possible. You just got to carry it out. This is the star of the last 32 match that they played against Poland. Edward was beaten twice, and yet goes out to beat Liang, the first Chinese match. But Iulian here, Chirita, was the star against Poland, winning 2. And he's now up against the Chinese, I think, undisputed #1 according to the form in this championships. And Wang has only dropped 1 game in all his matches here in London. And that was against England's Sam Walker.
Yes, indeed. Wang Chuqin, the sort of steady anchor of the Chinese national setup here, the left-hander. But let's talk first of all, Colin, about Chirita. He's still a young player, 20 years of age, inside that top 100 now. But as you said just a moment ago, he was the standout player in Romania's win over Poland. That one went to a 5th and final match. Here he is against Miloš Radzimski, who's a really, really promising Polish player. Great reactions there. He also beat Marek Badowski as well. Closed out a tight 3rd. Game against him. So 2 wins from 2 in the last tie for Iulian Chirita. What kind of confidence does that give a player?
Yes, plenty. And even though the matches are close, and sometimes especially when they're close, you know you've got the ability to hold your game together under the maximum pressure. And he's got a very open style, happy to play away from the table, happy to play with long strokes. We'll see whether he has to come closer to the table when he plays Wang Chuqin.
But how do you play Wang Chuqin?
There is no way, Rebecca, to play Wang Chuqin. You just have to hope that he's not having a great day and that you're having an absolute blast of a day, and then it might be close.
Indeed. Well, this is, again, a best of 5. This is match 2. As we welcome Kay Connor, the umpire for this one. You can hear the cries ringing out around the Wembley Arena. Wang Chuqin is a hugely popular player.
China to serve.
And there are plenty of fans in the house for him here.
Yeah, quick stretch of the arm and shoulder there from Wang. Left-hander serving, right-hander receiving.
Celebrates the first point, and we don't normally see that kind of celebration from Wang Chuqin at this stage.
Yeah, very clear body language, wasn't it? We're here, I'm back. China rule. That's what he's trying to say.
Enjoy your lead, because it's not going to last long. Oh, that's phenomenal.
Fantastic footwork from Wang, but just got there too late. See how low the ball was when he hit it. Nearly made it. From a Chinese point of view, that's a reassuring start from Wang Chuqin. He came out full of intention, full of messaging. 4-1 and serving.
It's just such a deadly forehand that Wang Chuqin has. Best in the world, Colin?
Undoubtedly at the moment, yeah. For all the Chinese wobbles, this has been anchorman, safe pair of hands for China. Yeah, I love it. And his attitude looks, to me, dismissive.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, I know who I am, and there's only going to be one winner here. That's the kind of approach that he's been taking. Deadly and pretty intimidating for an opponent that's not playing well. So, Julian Kurita's got to do everything right from his own perspective. Oh, it hit the edge.
Well, it's just a 2-point game so far, despite all our talk of Wang Chuqin's aura and dominance.
Yeah, given that he got an edge on the last point, could have been 4 points easily. But, yeah, small margins. That's great work there from Kurita. Backhand opener, really playing a lot of balls forehand from the backhand corner. Apologises for the little net there that he got. So the nets and edges of keeping him in this one.
Back to just a 1-point deficit. You see the two Chinese youngsters, the two young pretenders, either side of Coach Wang Hao at the minute.
You just see, if had that ball gone on, Wang was ready to blast it. Great work from Wang.
How do you deal with that kind of power?
Well, you can't expect to win everything against the serve, so kind of in a perfect world, I think, if you're the Romanian player, you're looking to win 1 out of 2 against the serve, and then hopefully 1 or 2 on your own serve, and that keeps you at least level. Again, problems with service. So difficult. So with Kurita's open style, longer strokes, just Wang's just not giving him any opportunity to play a backswing. And again.
It's just phenomenal.
Well, that's how you do it. Yeah. Fantastic recovery play by China. Wang Chuqin showing why he's #1 in the world. And he's getting a bit more of a talking to than the support that Liang was getting. So Wang Hao pushing for more. Ma Long there, 12 years ago.
Let's have a look, Colin. This is back to 12 years ago in Tokyo, the final. Dmitry Ovtcharov, who has been world #1, still playing. This is championship point between him and Ma Long.
Yeah. So Ma Long 12 years ago, and Ma Long live here in Wembley. And Ovtcharov, yeah, as you say, still playing and playing in this competition. But Ma Long, most decorated player in table tennis history.
And an adversary of the man on the Team China coaching bench, Wang Hao.
Yeah.
Across the table, at least.
Yes. And I do wonder whether Ma Long is thinking, just let me down there, I'll get my coat off. Let me at them.
Yeah, maybe. positives can Kurita take from the opening game there, Colin?
I think the main thing is that now he's seen what Wang Chuqin is doing and how quickly there. That's exactly the plan. So he spent a game struggling with the speed. But now he knows how fast the ball is coming at him.
They played each other once before. That was last year at the US Smash. Wang Chuqin won that one 3-1.
Oh,
what a point for Kurita to win.
It was pulled so far out wide. Look at that. And then Wang, unusual, missed down the line into the open goal, I'd say. Oh, left-handers backhand across court, counter hit, not too hard so he could get the wide angle. Yeah, so Kurita, yeah, just getting used to the pace.
Yeah, it's been a good adaptation. Well, Wang Chuqin coming across the table. Misses that one, and some stern faces on the Team China bench. That one's left him scratching his head.
Yeah, just a couple of difficult attacking strokes to make. Lovely, secure forehand root down the line there. Kept his body weight over the ball. So fast. Wang Chuqin didn't let the ball get anywhere near the top of the bounce there. Crunched it as soon as it was high enough. Oh, favour return from Julian Kurita. That's a fantastic loop. He plays with his legs so far apart, Kurita. Quite happy to be nearly doing the splits on several of the rallies.
Yeah.
Just the early fast topspin from Wang. So hard to deal with.
The scene is set inside the OVO Wembley Arena with lots above him. Well, it's not often that Wang Chuqin will miss a shot like that.
Chinese star contingent watching. Both players world class in that situation. Loop to loop away from the table. On this occasion, Wang Chuqin too strong. Being urged on by the bench.
7-6.
Kurita, though, is not giving up. He still believes. I mean, it must be hard when you're facing a barrage of speedy shots from Wang Chuqin to keep your head up and keep your belief.
Totally. It's like being peppered in a coconut shy. But you've got to win the in-between points. Anything cheap that you can pick up. What I was great from Wang Chuqin. What I have seen from the whole Chinese team in this championships more than previous championships is that they're having more difficulty with other countries' serves. So there's just a few little serve return errors from a number of the Chinese players at a higher rate than I've seen before. That makes them just a little bit vulnerable. But Wang Chuqin, just behind his own serve, is so strong.
And the idea was right from Kurita to go for that angle.
Yeah, it was a good return. But I think Kurita under a lot of pressure to win one, at least one, often two on his own service.
Wang Chuqin has turned the tide of momentum. 6 of the last 8 points going his way. And we have the timeout on the Romanian side.
Ca să n-aibă timp, că tu dacă, ori chiar dacă faci acolo, în ce se mișcă. Sau când ți-a pus aia scurtă cu revelul, nu trebuie ce funcționează. Mai joacă una scurtă cu el, că poate o scapă și la un moment dat. Din înțepa lungă îți dă de nu-ți mai ridică după masă. Păi 80% scap eu de
Dar dacă ești la ea, că el ți-a pus numai scurt. El dacă nu s-a băgat cu banana, el îți spune numai scurt.
N-a înțepat una lungă.
Da, una n-a înțepat lungă până acum. Dacă tu îl vezi așa, tu știi că îți vine scurt, du-te și tu la ea și dacă te duci la ea, că dacă nu știi, normal că nu ești la ea, dar tu știi că dacă a făcut așa, ți-a pus o scurt, du-te la ea și pune și tu una scurtă mai pune.
Intră agresiv, asta zic.
Vrei să zic ceva? Vezi că a început și dă serviciu un pic tras, tu o pui, dar dacă el ți-o pune așa, de aia nu mai poți să pui. Uite-te când ți-o pune așa.
Ce să vezi?
Serviciu-i tras. Să ți-o pună, serviciu-i tras. Hai.
Well, some animated discussion on the Romanian bench. Colin, any ideas to what was said?
I'm not sure, but really interesting, the energy. When it came to Edward Ionescu, it was very quiet, almost silent at times. But there, you had Andrei Filimon, the coach, who was almost screaming at Iulian Kurita, trying to instill belief, I think. And that was perfect tactics, kept the ball short. He knew that Wang wanted to loop, gave him the loop just over the end of the table, so he had to lift it, blocked it wide. Most intelligent rally I've seen played today. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, you can see there, Wang's serve, 75%. That's very, very high. So Kurita trying to survive against the Wang serve. Good return of serve, missed the follow-up. Game point China. I put this down as a must-win game for Romania. Can Kurita take 1 point now, get back to juice, 10-all, and his own serve, the comfort of his own serve. Yes, he can.
Oh, wow. It took a lot of metal for him to save that point.
It did. It did. He was desperate to get back to the comfort of his own serve, and he's done it. Yeah, urging from the coach. Wang Chuqin almost lost the point. Got the big ones back. And then turned the tide.
Wow, this is only game number 2 of match number 2, and you can see how much every single point now means. Every point is getting more and more significant, and it's another game point for the world number 1 here.
Off the end, 2 games to love, Wang Chuqin leads. What a fascinating game this has been.
He almost smirked at his opponent after that.
Yeah, he just wants to feel and display that dominance.
Oh, shut him a look.
整个人的整个这种节奏啊，呼吸调整，在这个中间到中间呢，不一定非得扑倒，反手实际是可以，对吧？反手是可以的啊。现在接发球的我觉得接得非常好，没问题，就是发抢的有问题。在第二档控完以后再上。
Well, let's check out the action over on table 3. This one went the distance. Wellington celebrating a 3-2 win over Jonathan Groot. So congratulations there, taking the first for Chinese Taipei against Denmark. They go 1-up in this best-of-5 matches.
包括他真得到你中间这条猥琐，因为中间容易扑，位置不好，一扑完翻过来，人家看着还比较死，大我就不该。啊，包括那就很好啊，哎，节奏控制好，节奏控制好啊。
Here we go then, Wang Chuqin came from behind to win that second one, edged it 12 points to 10. And often, Colin Wilson, we see when there's been a tight game, the next game is completely one-sided. Do you anticipate now that Wang Chuqin is going to just wrap this one up in record speed?
I don't. I think Kurita's got more in him, but it's always possible.
Well, there you go.
It hasn't so far. It's always possible that the belief can start to fade away, and you feel like you've played brilliantly, you've done everything you can, and you're still 2-0 down. That's amazing. Took that so early off the bounce, his feet wide around the backhand corner. Superb. I just love Wang Chuqin's mental strength. He's got the look of a predator.
Not happy though with that one. And again, a good start from Kurita. It's a must-win, of course, for him. And, you know, you talk about Wang Chuqin's mental strength, but this is where Kurita is going to have to draw on all of his reserves.
Well. Just off the end. Kurita's still there. Another look there from yeah. Wang Chuqin tends to look at the other opponent's eyes. It gives a message, but also you help to absorb what the other person's thinking and feeling, so that you can make it difficult for them. Straight underneath the armpits. William Kurita there looking forlorn, did everything that he could and still had the point taken away from him. Yeah, solid work there from Kurita. A rare breakdown of technique there from Wang from the crossover point between backhand and forehand. Very awkward. So early, 2 backhands and 1 forehand. Nothing that Kurita could do about that.
You could hear how much it was taking out of Kurita with those points with every shot he returned.
Shake of the head, you see the body language has changed. A little bit limp, over-relaxed in the body now in between rallies, so he's got to get himself back together, needs to come back like a boxer. Dancing, fighting. Wang Chuqin, imperious now.
I was just going to say that he's used his time out now, the Romanian, so it's all on him.
Yeah. There's nowhere to go for the Romanian. He's got to stay out there, fight to the death. Oh, Wang Chuqin, majestic. Chinese team will feel a lot more settled now. It was a difficult road here for Wang Chuqin, coming from 1-0 down in the tie. Struggled in the first game, struggled in the second game, but 2 games 8-4. He's managed to be so tough. He knows he made a bad decision there. Slaps himself on the face.
can afford a slip-up or two like that. He's in a pretty commanding position overall with 2 games up.
Yeah, Kurita doing the right thing, going to the big reloop. Must win one of these 2 on his serve now to stay in the match. Wang Chuqin, I think, is looking up at him again. I am the boss.
Yeah.
You have been bossed, ultimately. But a great start and a great fight by Kurita. Great showing overall by Romania, but Wang Chuqin absolutely in the ascendancy. He's showing everybody, including in his own camp, who is the #1.
Absolutely, such an important figurehead for China's men here. The only one really who's been performing with utter consistency. High fives all round. Job well done, levels up. Next up then, on video, Ionescu against Lin Shidong. It is level at a win apiece now. Which way will it go? China's former world #1 will be hoping to continue the momentum of his teammate, the new #1, Wang Chuqin. But Ionescu wants to get Romania the advantage again.
Turbulent times for China's men's team here. It's 1-1, the Romanians testing them to their limits. It was an incredible opening from Edward Ionescu, but now it goes to the big brother of the team, Ovidiu Ionescu, as he takes on a man with a 50% win record here so far on his World Team Championship debut. Lin Shidong hasn't been on his A game. This is going to be a first-time meeting between these two players. Fraser Riley with you here in the commentary booth. Thank you for your company here at this centenary celebration. Time for the Tartar coin toss. Lin Shidong has won 3 and lost 3 here. A loss against the Korea Republic, Oh Jin-sung beating him, and 2 defeats against the Swedes. China finishing 3rd in stage 1A. They beat Australia yesterday. No real surprise there. But this has been a more difficult challenge against Team Romania. Romania in wonderful form last summer in Croatia. They reached the final of the European Team Championships for the first time in history. Now they take on the all-time greats, China. Could Lin Shidong, this 21-year-old star who's already won 8 career titles, rise through the fog of doubt that currently clouds this team? Check that out, that's the results. He beat Tom Jarvis, beat Kim, but he was beaten by Oh Jun-sung. That won it for the Korea Republic. And then there's the 2 losses against Sweden. Ranifer with the win of his life, and then Schalberg. He beat Finn Lu, an Australian who's rising through the ranks right now. Romania overcame Team Poland yesterday. Chirița was the man of the match with 2 victories. Ovidiu Ionescu, the 36-year-old grizzled veteran, played his part there as well. He has been such a steady player. Former World Championship finalist in men's doubles. Him and Alvaro Robles of Spain actually took on Wang Chuqin and Ma Long in the 2019 final. Ended up with the silver medal there, the European pair. This is what they're playing on with him for. DHS table, T-bar floor, butterfly ball. And we saw the leaning racket cases after the coin toss. So, back to business now. 1-1 between the defending champions and Romania. Could China turn the tables and get in front here in this round of 16 clash? Both of these players very explosive. We know all about the Lin Shidong backhand. It is world-renowned, but his forehand is going to have to be on its A game. He's been exposed, Shidong, over that short forehand area, then into the middle and wide backhand. People seem to know how to face him, how to play him these days. He was winning everything. 2-time Grand Smash champion. But he hasn't won a singles title in over a year now. The man they call Little Stone. His last title coming, the Singapore Smash last year. Spinny backhand, good counter from Ionescu. Crisp contact, early timing, and nobody home. A deep push to middle, great receive. Set it up wonderfully. Wide serve from Shidong, touch play, half long. Such spin on each and every ball. Ionescu fresh airs it. Crafty. The perfect shot to shut down Lin Shidong. He planted his feet, expecting to be able to play a backhand flick over the table, but it was wider than his waiting area. And he levels the Romanian. Neck and neck here in this tie. The fact that Edward Ionescu defeated Lin Shidong means that he'll get to play a match number 4 against the world number 1, Wang Chuqin. Will it be a must-win match for China or Romania? It's so important, the third match. I guess every single one is, but these guys are the anchor of the team, the number 3s. Shidong dropped down the lineup. These two are just going to play the one match. Now 6th in the world. The former world number 1. Great flick. Short forehands. Good idea. If you're going to dig out, push out at this level, it has to be with good quality. A protective element of backspin.
5, 6.
Only if you want to really crack a drive do you float it out.
7, 5.
was the right idea there from Ionescu to play into the body off the half-long shot. But Shadong braced for impact. And he will keep his lead here at the second tiebreak of game one. Oh, the dynamism. So reliable. Step back off the table, Shadong. So many of you remember that Europe smash final against Morogard. He's good everywhere. But here he's taking the front foot, imposing himself wherever possible. Did really well there to transition, Ionescu. There was a split second of hesitation. Greased the backhand, pivoted after he played the block, and then raining thunder. Nice combination. The 23-time champions, China, under the cosh here. Excellent effort. And in the best of five, a timeout isn't out of the question. Here we go then, Wang Hao getting involved.
拿钩子，一个这个其实有短时间，就是如果真坐上去，就可能往他发出来，如果他那个弹钩发的反手就小，他如果摆到这个中间和反手这个地方来说，他侧身有点推开，这个稍微这个，尤其他推脚那个你往上一举，这可以有的可以推脚，直接多张手都没问题。啊，现在整体打得很好啊，人就是放明心在节奏上啊，一分半一分半啊，自己想。
Joji Hao there, the man who stands next to Wang Hao, the 29-year-old, won the Chinese trials. That's why he was selected over Wen Reibo.
都是自己说清楚，按自己第一时间啊，第一点。
Maybe in the next match, if China can pull through here, he will play. Given the fact that Liang Jinkun lost in the way that he did, not getting a game off Edward Ionescu. Ovidiu Ionescu, clawing it back, breathing down the neck of the youngster. Just a one-point game. Let's see if this timeout can pay off for Shadong. That subtle implementation of topspin. And Shadong raises the arm in celebration. 2 game points.
9, 10.
Saves the first, the Romanian. Oh, that is scrumptious from Shadong. He gets the elbow high and plays a peach of a backhand flick. He finishes in style when it ended up being too close for comfort.
只要跟自己想象的一样就行，对不对？你包括你看，这句方式也可以的，勾他中间这个也可以，对吧？他没什么办法，他一拧你下去。 他摆你这块儿摆住了，我也可以捅着啊，正好我翻头位。
Can't help but just love Nishalian, the evergreen legend from Luxembourg. Champion for China in 1983.
Second game.
Now representing Luxembourg. Too strong in the end, Hina Hayata, and the Japanese are through to the next round. Always fantastic to see the 62-year-old in action. What an ambassador for the sport. Middle. Didn't look like there was any kind of room to maneuver there. He's going to call the serve, saying that it was hidden. Ionescu.
Yeah. Hello? Yes. Diego challenges for angle. Toss.
This could throw something interesting into this mix.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Angle.
Just clarification. It's very important that the umpire knows what the player is saying. So, the angle, was it more than 30 degrees? Looks like it probably is. No! You see, you just don't know.
Challenge unsuccessful.
When it's a slightly higher toss serve, it is hard to tell. Wow. Saying, yeah, thought so. Nothing wrong at all with that one from Shadon. Wide serve there, opened the table for himself straight away. We've seen Chiriza do that against, obviously, the left-handed Wang Chuqin. The adrenaline pumping through everybody here in the OVO Arena. History waiting to be written. Every moment mattering at the table. Couldn't read that one for Toffee. Over to Ionescu. Such subtle delivery on that shovel serve. He's done it again. It's a bit of fortune, the Romanian. And he builds upon it. Makes use of it.
Set. 5-4.
Short serve to forehand. Oh, unleashes on it. Pounces the Lion Cub. Try that one out for size. That is frightening. That's Shadong at his best. And again, it's that serve. Is he going to try and challenge it, Ionescu? No. He's not. You just can't tell what's on it. Oh, he's going to do it on this one.
PTR challenge hidden.
It's always borderline, isn't it?
PTR challenge hidden.
Remember, he's only got the one challenge remaining, Ionescu.
Hit them by head. Hit them. Correct.
The same serve from Shidong, the shovel, or the jab serve as it's known. He was well inside the realm of legality. What about this time? Big point here at 6-5 to the Chinese. Taking a bit of time to load up. Should be coming in right now. Did I speak too soon? Shidong shadow playing. You've got to give Wang Hao a lot of credit. He's been under scrutiny, he's been under pressure, but he has the hardest job in table tennis right now. It's taking a long old time.
We're waiting. Technical.
Not ideal to have this break in play, but it did feel as though the smoke had settled on this match. In the back of your mind, you're always wondering whether you can draw first blood, so whether you do or you don't, doesn't really matter in the end, in this best of five. Still room for Ionescu to maneuver. TTR review's ready. Was it hidden? Not hidden.
Oh, not hidden. Unsuccessful. Zero challenges remaining. 7.
Getting quite tense down there at the benches. Wang Hao looking over to the Romanian bench and saying, guys, the proof's in the pudding. I have a feeling this could be quite a feisty and spicy encounter between Romania and China. The stakes are high. Romania have quite a few fans here in the OVO Arena. And they're quite a boisterous team. Rips it, Lin Shidong, and it's 5. Getting points here to the world number 6. He's just pulled away, hasn't he? Since that break in play. And he's not giving the 36-year-old a word in edgeways. It's a good shot there.
6, 10.
A misleading four-motion, and he plays a guided flick, forcing Shidong into a fish attempt. Yeah, he's conducting himself really, really nicely here, Lin Shidong. Waving his wand, the young magician. He knows what this means. This means everything to the defending champions. 2-love in match number 3 here. 11-9, 11-6 to Lin Shidong.
或者会可以把针拉到它中间或拉到它没拉到正中，要注意后面保护一下，但真是被人弄晕了，太正常，也正常。要不然人家他就这种打法，有的用戳一下，或者说偶尔算一下，但整体非常好啊，就是保持这个节律啊，自己这么出手啊，真丢一两个没事，丢两个才有还是很小啊，该自己要自己坚决就啊，真这整体特别好，
I think deep down, anybody who's a table tennis fan is a China table tennis fan. We've got legends in the house. Ma Rong and Xu Xin, Wang Hao right there, a three-time Olympic finalist. Without them, we wouldn't know what's possible. They've dominated so long, they've shown the way. They've set the blueprint down on the table. But we do like to see them tested. We do like to see them emotional. We want to see them have to fight for this. Credit to Team Romania here for not standing down.
1-all.
If you're just joining us, match one was won in really surprising fashion by Edward Ionescu. He blew Liang Jinkun out of the water. Chu Chin, who at this rate is going to have to try and win 2 matches every match, leveled it, and now Shidong. Is playing like the man we know and love. What a block there. He sent Ionescu into a timeout.
Problema e că nu e nici tăiată, nu e nici trai. Este un efect
Lin Wenru has beaten Anders Lind, the battle of the left-handers there, the silent assassin. Deploying a dagger to the heart of the Great Dane. And that now puts Chinese Taipei 2 up against the Scandinavian stars. They're in trouble there, the Europeans. What about this European side who reached the final of the European Team Championships last year for the first time in history? Coach Philemon really knows his table tennis. But right now, I'm not too sure what he will have said to the 36-year-old team captain. A little lap of victory there from Lin Shidong. Bided his time and then spotted that shot right there, hooking it out wide. We're seeing a steely determination and an intensity. The bruise inside of Lin Shidong, and he's won 13 of the last 16 points. This is turning into a whitewash. Oh, he played a snake shot there, Lin Shidong. Oh, that nearly went around the net. Well played from both of them. Had to watch that one all the way, that snake. Oh, beautiful arcing shot, but a good change of pace and direction from Ionescu. Clip the net there, Shidong. Oh, this is awesome. He is jacked to his eyeballs, the world number 6. This is Chinese table tennis in full flow.
6-2.
And surely now Shadong can pick up where he left off and close the curtains here on Ovidiu Ionescu.
7-2.
Having issues again with that serve. Ionescu has no challengers remaining. Even if you're not sure, it's still worth a pop every now and again. The TTR challenge. Shadong has been serving cleanly, playing cleanly. Everything's been squeaky clean here from Lin Shadong. Look at that. And this pint-sized pocket rocket. Is playing like he's never lost. He's got a 50% record here so far at the World Team Championships, Lin Shadong. 3 wins, 3 losses. But now, he's about to get on the better side of that.
9-4.
Everything is just coming back like a bullet. Ionescu trying to keep on his toes. Match points. That long serve absolutely chiseled. And he takes it, Lin Shadong, to send the defending champions into the lead. It was a nervous start, but they've turned the tables here with 2 back-to-back 3-0 victories. And now, the hopes of the Romanian nation rest on the man who got that opening win, Edward Ionescu, who's going to have to try and do what Oh Jun-sung did against Team China in Stage 1A, get 2 wins against the world #1 team. That's an ever-important victory there from Little Stone. But all optimism shall remain guarded. So it's 2-1 now to China, who defeated Australia yesterday in straight matches, who have dropped a match here to Romania, but now are in the lead with 2 victories on the bounce. Wang Chuqin, the world #1, a man who's on an incredible win streak since the World Cup in Macau, will take on Eddie Ionescu. So stay with us here on Table 1. The action coming thick and fast here at this centenary celebration. We're back here live and direct at the 100th anniversary. You're watching the ITTF World Team Table Tennis Championships. We're back where it all began, here in London. And on table one, we've got a very intriguing and exciting clash between the defending champions China and the European stars from Romania. Eddie Ionescu could become a people's champion. They should put a statue of him in Romania if he beats Wang Chuqin here to send this to a decider. He's already beaten one Chinese player in this fixture. He defeated Liang Jinkun with a 3-0 win to get Romania off to a dream start. But now it's Lionheart, the man they call Hope, with the yellow headband. The man who's one step closer to becoming a Grand Slam champion, who takes to the table. What an incredible performance it was from Wang Chuqin at the World Cup in Macau. He was the last Chinese man standing from the round of 16. He was 3-1, 9-6 down to Darko Jorgic in the quarter-final. It would have been the first time since 1999 that no Chinese man would have stood on the World Cup singles podium. But he clutched up and he went on to win the championships for the first time. If that hadn't have happened, China would have been under even more pressure here at the World Championships. So he really is the man right now who is rising through the fog of doubt. He is the core of the team, Wang Chuqin, with the absence of Fan Zhendong. He is clearly their best player, and he's unbeaten here so far at the World Championships. Hasn't played every single fixture, hasn't had to. But you can bet your bottom dollar that he'll be coming out for every single one of these knockout matches now. We're in stage 2. 18 career titles to his name, Colin. What an unbelievable athlete.
Yeah, he's putting himself up with the greats of Chinese table tennis. Got a long way to go to catch Ma Long, but he's only 25, and there's going to be another, hopefully another good 5 years out of him at least. And he's looking like he's so hungry and he wants this. He wants to stamp his authority on the world again and again and again. He's doing it certainly this week in London. And against him, Edward Ionescu lost 2 against Poland and then came out and beat Liang Jinkun. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, Liang Jinkun has shown that he is beatable. Conor Green of England deserves a shout-out.
8-all in the 5th, Conor Green, with Liang. So fantastic. 11-9 in the end. Didn't do anything wrong, but Liang finished well.
As he so often does, and England, the host, will take on Brazil a little bit later on this evening on table 2. Here we go. China against Romania. Chuqin here looking to finish things off against some worthy challenges here. But Eddie Ionescu has had an eye to kill. What do you like about Eddie Ionescu, the underdog?
I really like his mental approach. He's so calm. He was doing mindfulness in between. He sits down in between ends, and I think he's just got a really, really good way of keeping himself in the zone, gets himself in the flow state. If he can do that again here, take maybe even one game, that would be a great win for him in terms of his mentality, and he'll take that on to other competitions. I mean, Romania, good team in depth. Edward Ionescu leads it. Final of the European Championships, Romania. European Championships lost only to France last year.
Well, that was unprecedented for the Romanian team that never reached the final before. On the men's side, obviously, the women are a well-renowned and respected team with Soch and Samara, for example. Yeah. Great backhand there from Chuqin.
Serve and good night. Well done, Wang Chuqin.
Oh, he's smothering him here. Looking like he just can't lose. His aura. So intimidating.
Yeah, it's really hard to play someone that's at the top of the game as he is, playing with the speed and also the consistency.
Nice touch play here, but look how he comes in.
Wong's sort play is unbelievable. He keeps the ball very, very short. Gets him over the table and then out.
A lot of pros have been asked to build their own dream pro. He picked himself for the serve receive.
Did he? Yeah. I can believe it. I can believe it. He's not lying, is he?
He's not lying like that. He's basking here on table 1. And again, that receive, Colin.
Yeah, Ionescu knows he's got to keep the ball so tight. Just starting to break down under the greatest of pressures.
I think it might have begun to dawn on Team Romania what they were one step closer to achieving.
Yeah, Romania 1-0 up in this tie. As a result of this man.
8-3.
But maybe he's blown all his aces against Liang.
You can't really keep cards close to your chest when you play the Chinese, can you? I mean, they do their homework anyway.
Yeah, they really do. They study and analyse all of the players. Just want secure wins all the time. They're not getting it this week, really, but Wang Chuqin has only dropped 1 game so far, I think. So unbeaten, almost unbeaten in games.
Chop block from Ionescu.
Nice.
Good feeling, Colin. Why is it so difficult to execute the chop block?
Well, the ball's rotating several thousand RPM, and you've got to catch the ball and take all the pace off, and also stop the topspin from taking the ball up in the air. It's almost an impossible shot. It's getting more common now.
It's a disruptive shot, the chop block.
Yeah, and successful when played well. Rare short push miss there from Wang Chuqin. Screenshot that one.
We did see a timeout in game number 1 in the last match. Obviously, Ionescu came back against Shadong. Don't want to do that again here with Chuqin at the table. But it's getting quite close now.
Wang Chuqin not satisfied with that, according to his own high standards.
His impossibly high standards.
Seeking perfection.
Even though you can never reach it. Oh, he misses his serve.
So just a little break of concentration there. Just lost a little bit of focus.
The dragon.
The dragon Ma Long thinking, I wouldn't have served him that. Okay, so timeout just to give him time to get the concentration back.
就稍微有点用走的时候，也有用技术，把想法自己的东西和绝杀球这个，他现在发这种死段啊，就讲这种是不想让你撵，想让你摆一下没事，我正常打，不用加一愣的，摆高一点都没关系。就是他有没有说积累这种啊，减少就全是这么1、2把丢了，没打起来了这种球，这个还有一定要就给我去释放一点啊，你把这个几分要行啊，自己小把这种发球，或者他真过来摆你一下，有可能还会把他上手，包括他这种发球里，包括他跟对手的时候肯定是还死掉的，你看我不行，我戳的中间，他我也有，他后面注意联系，人这会儿要冷静啊，不能急，不能躁，一定要冷啊，出手这我要果断，出手果断，不能犹豫啊，尤其是领先的，打得很好啊，打得很好啊，这种经历。Well,
we saw Ma Long up there, Colin. Interestingly, Wang Chuqin won his first World Championship title with Ma Long in men's doubles in 2019 in Budapest. They faced Ovidiu Ionescu and Alvaro Robles in the final.
Is that so? Fantastic. Well done, Fraser.
Well played from Wang Chuqin, pouncing off that half long.
So moral victory there for Romania to even draw the timeout. But Wang Chuqin back on form straight away.
It was red rag to a bull.
just love the arm action, Chu Chin.
3 game points. Ooh, nice.
2 left. Moved beautifully in position. Rangy, relaxed.
Trying to go for the kill so early there. We saw that from Chorizo. Wide half-long serve to forehand, forcing Chu Chin into a brush and then countering.
Two game points. Wang Chu Chin.
There you have it.
But in so many games, you've had China playing a recovery tactic. And there, it was close, 8-7.
Nothing in it. Close, but no cigar. Edward Ionescu, he's dropped his first game of this tie.
对不对？就是领先的时候一定要提醒自己，哎，我成功啊！每个球要突细，要突细就行，对吧？你包括接发球里，这都带过去，就不像这种还有这种挑过来，他发特别多，很帅。
I know it might be a very difficult question to answer, Colin, but does having Ma Long and Xu Xin, these legends here, put pressure on China or not?
But personally, yeah, I just think, yeah, it's got to. You know, you miss a shot and you look up and you got Ma Long looking at you and you're just thinking, oh no, I shouldn't have missed that one.
Right.
Because that search for perfection, you're kind of looking at it in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then you've got to respond to that. It's impossible to do. How can you match that?
How can you match that? Ma Long, a 3-time world singles champion and the only man in the modern era to win 2 Olympic gold medals in men's singles.
Amazing. Thanks for the memories, Ma Long.
Oh, man, what a player. It was an Irishman's exit. We saw him play in the teams at the national games. We had a feeling that that final against Shidong in the China Smash might be his last big appearance on the world stage. But 2 years ago in Busan, he helped China clinch it, and they beat France in the final.
Wang Chu Chin, clean as a whistle. Ionescu, no way of dealing with this. You just got to hang on.
Keeping that bat so high, Chu Chin, to save time in between strokes. He plays an unparalleled parallel. What flaws do you see in Wang Chu Chin's game?
That's it. I've finished.
Silence.
Yeah. There's no department in which he is obviously weaker. Of course, he doesn't win all the points. They're playing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. They're playing with virtually 0 margin for error. All we saw in that first game was just a little drop in concentration. Lost 2 points where he's clearly not mentally there. And then Wang Hao pulled him off for a minute's timeout and a chance to recover. So they protected their man well. And he's back on form. No real weaknesses.
What interested me about seeing this matchup here was that you've got a player who's quite backhand orientated in Eddie Ionescu. You see that because of the forehand serve from the forehand side, for example, against such a forehand-orientated, classic Chinese style here. What does that mean in terms of points and exchanges?
Well, I think what Ionescu's trying to do is to get his backhand first into Wang Chu Chin's backhand and then use the backhand wide of the left-hander's forehand. That's going to be the weak point for a left-hander, playing against a left-hander. Look at that, though. It's an absolute bullet. You can't hit the ball that hard without rotating it about 6,000–7,000 RPM to get the dip on the ball. That ball, by right, should go a metre off the end of the table, but the topspin brings it down.
You could tell who's at the table just by the sound of the contacts.
Wouldn't it be great to take the heads away and study the players, and you would know who is who from their style. There's no weakness on the backhand. Backhand counter hit down the line from Chuchin. Forehand out of the crossover, and then Ionescu put it in the same place again.
Flew off the top edge of the racket there. You could just see the deviation.
Yeah, slight apology there, top edge.
Oh, in two minds, that forehand flick is very tough to execute.
Zhou Qihao on the China bench. Will he play in the next match if China get through?
I was thinking the same thing after Liang lost to the man on screen. The man who receives now. Good loop from Ionescu.
He's holding on so well. First topspin, second topspin. Yeah, and he's pumped up now. No more mindfulness games. He's going for it, looking more positive. He's having to adjust his mentality.
Can he win this point? This will give him a chance. No, he can't stand up to the Wang Chuqin forehand.
He got the first one back really, really well. Forehand block. When I say block, it's not like this. It's a counter topspin, but with very, very short backswing. 7-all, brilliant by Ionescu.
Fanning shot, recovers the net cord, can't find the backhand. Back from no man's land.
Forced back and then knew that he had to go for a big one here.
Boomerang from back there, the Romanian. Oh, that's a sensational sweeping shot.
Wang Chuqin got Wang Chuqin got Wang Chuqin there. Perfect execution.
Faded it with such power. Oh, he got some fortune, and he apologises, Ionescu, but he will take that every day of the week.
Well, for everything we've been saying about Wang Chuqin, his consummate ability, he's frustrated by that one, and he's a point behind. Can the Romanian do the impossible again?
He's won 2 points on receive against the best server in the game. Massive plays on the biggest of the stages.
Rare mistake in the open rally from Wang.
2 game points. He's levelled it, Edward Ionescu. He was beaten in straight games by Wang Chuqin when they met this year at the World Cup in Macau. But there, he shatters through the glass ceiling. 3 points in a row at 8-all. Unbelievable, Colin. What a performance.
Fantastic. So, whether China win this or not now, still question marks, still excitement around the world for what so many different nations are now able to achieve. Of course, credit to China, all the nations are chasing them, all the nations are studying them, they're up to be shot down all the time. And then we have a different mentality now from Andre Philemon. Before, it was very quiet against Lang Jin-kun. Now, he's trying to psych him up more than down.
Table tennis to whet any appetite here, Colin.
Oh, I'm just loving this.
What a game. What a game between Romania and China here in the round of 16.
I'm sure Wang Chuqin will feel that he was unlucky in that second game, and it should really be on his way to victory already, but a lot of work still to do. Just a very occasional lucky shot from Ionescu, but he held on beautifully, didn't he, the Romanian man.
He served so well to prevent Wang Chuqin from being able to impose himself as he'd normally like to.
Yeah, but not by serving so short that he got the short return. So very clever serving.
Exactly.
So you've got to stop Wang Chuqin getting in. You've also got to stop him playing the short return, which then nullifies your service. But Ionescu is finding a way.
He's had some great wins, Ionescu. He beat Alexis Lebrun, the European champion at the China Smash. He's fresh off the back of the best win of his life. Now he's getting a taste of Chinatown here in London.
Wow, threw the bat at that one, just wide. I think it went off the end of the table, went off the side.
Such a different approach with the backhand, Wang Chuqin. It's as good as it needs to be. It probes, it's divisive. He doesn't want to play it too powerfully, otherwise he wouldn't have as much time for his forehand.
Yeah, you think he's setting himself up with it.
Yeah.
Scaring Ionescu with the threat of the follow-up.
Exactly.
Wang Chuqin absolutely back on cracking form. Made an error with the backhand on the first point, but since then, he's come down really, really tough.
How he regains his balance there. So good.
You see here, he's off balance, then stabilizes himself so well.
Let 1-7.
Keeping that core engaged. So important in table tennis. Wang Chuqin smothering the younger player. Putting him right in his place.
Well, it's not over for Ionescu. He's got the next game to play as well. Maybe just relax for a moment. Come back strong in the fourth. That short play from Wang Chuqin on return of service, just divine.
So tight each and every time. Coming in with that left leg.
Takes the pace out of the ball. Sometimes he's playing the shot backwards as his body's moving forwards. It's incredible.
3-9.
Some of the best in the business there. Those in and out transitions. Push went long, Ionescu was there. With his staple shot, the backhand. Well, he's done what Chiditsa couldn't. He's taking a game off the world number one, Ionescu. That might be all he can take here. Chuqin with 7 game points. Takes a 2-1 lead, the Chinese.
Oh, Ionescu tried to side spin backhand with side spin and chop. Wang Chuqin was having none of it. Didn't have to control it. Just share. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no nonsense there from Chuqin. I've seen it all before. Right then, 2-1 to the world number one. 2-1 to Team China.
All credit to Wang there, very tough.
We're going to head over to table number 3, and Taipei have closed the curtains on the Great Danes. Chinese Taipei, excellent. Tricky side, a team of left-handers, Denmark.
Yeah.
Just like Taipei, apart from Feng Yixin.
Yeah, that's right. It's a left-handed majority around the court. But Anders Lind beaten, not for the first time in this championships. That makes the difference. And that gives Taipei a chance to go through.
That young kid, Guo Guanhong, is special. He beat Patrick Franziska in stage 1A, by the way. Basically a carbon copy of Lin Wenru.
Yeah. and he'll be rocketing up the world rankings after this championships.
You do get individual ranking points for this. It is important to note, split between the team based on who's got the wins, how far the team's gotten to. And the ranking weighting very, very high with it being a World Championships.
Yeah, so Chinese Taipei on the way up. Wang Chuqin dominant in the first point. So we're now in the fourth game, and Wang Chuqin serves so good, so well disguised. Ionescu just dumped it in straight in the bottom of the net. How good are those serves?
Oh, it's just slow and dead. It's do or die now for Romania. Oh, Chuqin finishing it with the racket above his head. The swagger there from the world number one.
The ball's still rising as he hits it.
That's heading to the other side of London. Yeah.
Rip up your coaching manuals. Hitting the ball at the top of the bounce is just too late. It looks like a man that's saying, what am I supposed to do against this machine?
It's just relentless here. It's impending doom.
But Ionescu's found Chinese weaknesses before.
Primul serviciu lung. Primul.
You do it again.
Și de când așteptam să dea serviciul la lung la revers, am tot zis că îl dă de...
Și-am dat bine acolo, da.
Și tu dai, și tu dai, și tu dai, și tu dai. Dai și dai mine. Hai, hai.
Hai, Edi, hai.
Ma Long and Liu Qiwen sitting watching. Complete heroes of the sport.
We've waxed lyrical about Ma Long, but Liu Qiwen, the GOAT when it comes to World Cups.
World Cup, 5 World Cups?
5.
5.
5 World Cup singles titles.
Just unbelievable.
Shin Ying-sha has 3, by the way.
Yeah, getting there.
It's a rocket from the Romanian.
Great first rally back from the Romanian. Needs one of these two against the serve, doesn't get the first one. Needs to scrape this one up and 2 serves to come to steady himself.
There was some side spin there. It was a nice shot from Ionescu, but Chuqin saw it all the way.
Very sharp eyes.
Let ball
Let's
one.
serve.
That's nice from Ionescu. Corner to corner.
Yeah, I was surprised when Chuqin got the first one back so well, but the second one, Wang Chuqin diving across wide of the forehand.
Ionescu trying to take control with the backhand earlier on in the point by standing central. Got to be aggressive though. Yeah, perfect from Chuqin. He knows that if Ionescu's wanting to play that backhand from middle, he can go down the line with the backhand or into that wide forehand.
Wang Chuqin, best left-hander in the world, I would say, for going down the line. He looks like it's going across court. It's set up to go across court. Opens the shoulder, opens the wrist, hits the white line on the wide forehand. Time and time again.
Yeah, so good, so good. You're so worried about the power, you're not even thinking about the placement.
So, came across to try and get his backhand in. Fast serve to the forehand, perfect.
Scuppered there, Ionescu. Yeah, this is a masterclass. Get out your pens and pads, folks. China very close now to closing the curtains. They want to get through to the quarterfinals here at the World Championships. It's a rocky road, but they're looking to rest and silence any critics. The winners of this, by the way, will face either the Korea Republic or Austria. Potential rematch there in the quarterfinal.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So China already beaten by Korea in the seeding placing sessions. So still fear for China. They can't relax. They're not out of the woods. They progress from here and they meet a team that have already beaten them in Wembley this year.
The trademark, the breakdance move forehand from Wang Chuqin. 6 team tie points. There'll be no exhibition here.
Game on the match to China. China wins 4 matches to 1.
It's not over until the world #1 sings. He, right now, is the best player in the world. He's the core of this Chinese men's team. It was a shaky start. Liang Jinkun to blame. Ionescu with the win of his career, though, looking at it more positively. Legends in the house. Legends that have come, seen, and conquered here at the World Team Table Tennis Championships. The defending champions. March on through to the quarter-final, seeing off a really, really good challenge there from last year's European Team Table Tennis Championship finalist, Romania. Well played. That was great to watch. China able to draw the sting there and nip it in the bud before it spiraled out of control. And it's that man, Wang Chuqin, who's the man of the match. 2 wins under his belt. He beat Chirica 3-love and then Ionescu 3-1. Good contest between those two sides, closer than what we thought it would have been. But China, after beating the Aussies yesterday, defeat the Romanians 3-1. Let's hear from the winners. Liang Jinkun is down by the table with Rebecca Adams.
Fraser, thank you very much. Liang Jinkun, that was a difficult tie against a very strong Romanian team. How do you assess the performance of Team China today?
Liang Jinkun, 中国队成功晋级男团8强，非常恭喜。那么今天面对具有韧性的罗马尼亚球队，会如何评价你们的比赛的这个整体的发挥与节奏的把控呢？
首先我觉得自己来讲，可能在第一场人有一些紧吧，然后可能在出手上。可能没有那么果断，所以说对手搏得比较凶。然后第2场，我觉得王楚钦，总体来说这2场还是一如既往的这种稳定吧。所以说，然后包括林诗栋的第3场，在我第1盘输掉的情况下，第2盘王楚钦赢了，第3盘林诗栋还是能够做到这种拿下比赛，我觉得也非常不容易吧。
Well, so unfortunately, I lost the first match, and I think it was because at some crucial moments I wasn't proactive enough. Now, Wang Chuqin did very well for the second match. He played consistently, and then Lin Shidong on the third match played consistently as well. It was overall a very tough match, but we did it.
And you're through to the last 8. The competition only gets tougher from here. What's going to be the most important focus for Team China ahead of the next tie?
那么随着比赛呢进入更激烈的阶段，你觉得接下来球队需要关注和主要提升哪些方面呢？
首先我觉得，队友还是一如既往的这种稳定，所以说对我自己来讲，不能丢失信心，还是要敢拼敢上，然后去争取打出精彩的比赛，然后能赢下比赛吧。
Well, I think my teammates will play consistently and focused for the next few rounds. And as for myself, I think what's most important is that I keep my confidence high. I play proactively, aggressively, and try to bring for everyone a very exciting game.
Yang Jin-kun, thank you. Well done. We'll see you in the next round.
非常谢谢，做得很好，谢谢。
Some calm words there from Liang Jin-kun, who wasn't able to get a win over Team Romania, but they won't mind because they came out as a team and they conquered the European Championship finalists there. 3 matches to 1. They'll face either Austria, a very experienced team, or the Korea Republic, who nearly beat Team China 2 years ago in Busan in the knockout draw. Team China are going to take on the Swedes next. Wang Manyu and Xia Xia warming up there with Wang Yudi. We usually see that battle between China men and Sweden men, but this is going to be interesting. Some unique styles. How could they take on the defending champions?